Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing, Wednesday, July 6th. On the impact map, we have some gusty winds, not quite above that 30 mile per hour threshold, but in the 20s to near 30 miles per hour each of the next 3 days, where you see that area of orange. What makes the forecast a little tricky is this dashed area where fuels are critically dry, and that will be expanding as we go through the week. We still have some lingering monsoonal showers and lightning across parts of eastern Utah. Also, some showers in the far north in Idaho. Those will be dissipating over the next couple of days. We did have some lightning across parts of southern Utah yesterday. It was on the wetter side. Still investigating to see if there were any new starts. But overall, lots of new starts still continuing over the last 24 hours coming off the July 4th weekend. A lot of these human starts. Um, so again, with those winds, this will be a critical issue. Also with the dryness over the past 7 days, you can see uh, most of the precipitation still has been over eastern Utah and in our far northern areas, but the further west you go, the drier it is. The percent of normal precipitation on the right tells the entire story. You can see our most critical areas of 100-hour fuels at or below 5% across about the eastern third, the western third of Utah and into much of the southern half of Nevada, and also a few dots up here in southern Idaho. They've been drying out as well, and they will continue drying out. So I expect this area to continue growing and expanding into Idaho over the next 7 days. Fortunately, live fuel moisture in the sagebrush, because of the wet spring, above normal or near normal in a lot of areas, not below that 150 uh, percent marker just yet. The reason we have these breezy conditions we described is this trough low pressure that's been stubbornly sitting right off the Pacific Northwest coast. Still some leftover monsoonal moisture in far eastern areas, a little shortwave here, will enhance showers in the mountains of central Idaho. The water vapor imagery tells the story of that drier area. You can see that darker tannish shade pushing in from south to north. The monsoonal moisture, the deepest parts to our south and east, still getting nicked a little bit here in eastern Utah today, and also some of those showers in parts of Idaho. So for today, there's the upper level map on the left, our significant fire potential on the right. You can see how green we still are in our eastern areas, but the driest areas in our central region. Humidities down into the low teens in many areas, higher as you head further north. And there are those breezes in the mid to upper 20 mile per hour range for gusts. That's something we'll have to watch today. Some of these areas did have lightning. There'll be some additional lightning here in far eastern areas and also some showers, maybe some lightning up in the mountains of central Idaho. Feels there, though, still quite moist, humidity quite high. Similar story again on Thursday. We see the dryness expand across the region. Humidity is similar, maybe a bit drier in the single digits, actually in southern and eastern Utah, where they've had the monsoon. It'll be diminishing, and the breezes on the right, not really as strong. You see that dry air punch, that orange tannish shade really kick in on Friday. Also, some breezes we'll have to watch. We start expanding the areas of brown and yellow on the map. The humidities are getting drier, single digits across a much larger area. No critical winds, but still in that 15 to 25 mile per hour range. So any new fire starts could have the ability to grow. Precip in the next 3 days, just scatterings here in eastern Utah today and tomorrow as the monsoonal activity moves out and some light showers in the central Idaho mountains. Dry air pushes in on Saturday across the region. High pressure builds in. We warm up and dry up everywhere on Sunday. We are watching some tidbits of monsoonal moisture maybe approach the Arizona Strip, maybe southern Utah by early next week. Otherwise, the heat really builds up into Idaho and Montana. For the first time this season, you see the more of the brown shade, and that trend continues on Tuesday. And a comparison on our 7 day from today on the left to what we expect 6 days from now. So big changes, much drier across the region. 7 day precipitation totals and the 8 to 14 day temperature wise, we go above normal, but also a return of the monsoon to our southern and eastern areas once again. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.